Hey everybody, it's me, DeoGenZ. Welcome to my Pokemon Crystal walkthrough. On the last episode, we had our hearts wrenched out by our newfound rival that is a thief, although very misunderstood, so perhaps his background will get a bit more complex. Will it get a bit more complex in this game? No, so I'll add complexity when we find him again. But for now, we need to continue on with our Pokemon journey here, and travel once again up Route 30 to see if that battling duo is done and out of the way. I always loved seeing that when I was little, and I always wished from that moment on that Pokemon could come outside of their Pokeballs. And you gotta keep in mind that Crystal was my first game, so I really didn't know anything about Pokemon Yellow. And it was funny too, because obviously I went back to the older games, and starting out with Crystal, and then going on to Pokemon Red, I thought the game was broken or something. I was like, where's the color? And I was like really distraught at the fact that Pokemon didn't even look like Pokemon in many situations. But later on, I appreciated it for what it is. And it doesn't take away from the fact that it's an excellent, excellent game. So we gotta verse Joey and his Rattata. This is the intense battling he has. Not intense enough. Can you fight the flames of our intensity? I doubt it. Oh man, I wish I had a fire right now though, because it is freezing here. We almost had snow today, but the clouds decided to hold off, which is nice. It's just the beginning of December and we have a whole winter to go through. Oh, and also I noticed a comment on my last video questioning atheism if I still get presents, because obviously you get presents on Christmas and Hanukkah and I suppose Kwanzaa too. I don't really know much about it. But for that, yes, I actually do get presents called Waleep. I don't know why it just lagged like that. But yes, our own holiday called Waleep, W-L-E-E-P. It's an acronym, and it stands for We Love Each Other and Exchange Presents. Because, hey, we're not all into the dogmatic religion thing, and we're not deluded in the fact that everybody loves Christmas and all the other gift-giving holidays, not for any religious ceremonial reasons, but for the fact that, hey, you get presents. And since there are so many great deals during the winter season, we decided to have our Waleep during the winter too. But the key thing is, it's not on any specific day. It can be whenever we choose. And a big reason for that is because my dad, he's a merchant mariner, and he's out to sea 3 weeks at a time. So it depends what his schedule's doing, but we get together with family, we laugh, we exchange presents, and we love. And that's the atheist's holiday, or at least mine. Can't speak for all atheists, of course. So, I will be getting presents. Yeah, great pronunciation. But yeah, one of the things that I am hoping to receive is a hoppage, so I can start bringing you guys some captures of my Wii and also GameCube. Which, as you know, that could definitely enlarge this channel's growth. There are some Pokemon games on the Wii and GameCube, not so many on the Wii that are really, really worth playing, but there are certain modes on the Wii that are worth playing, and come Wednesday, you guys will be getting quite a treat. Kind of a preview to what life with the hoppage for me is going to be like. I don't want to say too much, but you'll see when you get there. So now, our eyes have locked. And he wants to capture us with a bug net. Or just bombard us with bugs. I don't know. He said he was looking for bug Pokemon and he found us. So, sorry to disappoint. Damn, not one-hit KO. As soon as Cyndaquil gets Ember, then I'll be really taking down some mofos. I think in this episode, though, I'll be going after a Hoppip. Now, I don't take any requests for capturing Pokemon, just because the way my schedule is and how often or not often I look at my PM box, and trust me, I do look at that kind of stuff, and I've looked at messages that I still have to respond to, but again, it's just timing-wise, I don't have it. But, yeah, I don't take any requests, but I will tell you this, I don't want this game to be super easy because I chose Cyndaquil. You know, like I said in the first episode, Cyndaquil is the easiest Pokemon to raise, therefore you can get through Pokemon Crystal the fastest by raising him. But I don't want to necessarily do that. I want it to be fun and exciting, so I'm going to go after Pokemon that What's this? Maja is calling. Hello? DeoGenZ, I heard from Professor Elm that you went on a long trip. I wish you would have told me. What about money? Should I save it? Okay, I'll save your money. DeoGenZ, keep it up. I'm rooting for you, baby. I believe that Pokemon Gold, Silver, Crystal, and of course the remakes are the only ones that have your mother save money for you. Which, in Crystal, isn't so valuable, but is actually pretty cool. And here's a Ladybug, which you can see in the morning. But you knew that from the sidebar, I suppose. But, do I even have Ladybug on here? No, I don't. Wow. Yes, I do. Never mind. I'm not looking at it right. Yeah, so I think that is the only game, but she gets things like Pokedolls that you can later put on your desk in your room, which I always thought back in the day was really cool, but now I realize it's completely useless, especially considering how much lack of time I spend in my room. And we have Hoppip! So why I'm going to capture Hoppip is basically to put some restraints on my legs here and try and go through the game at a better pace. I chose Cyndaquil because he's my best friend, you know? And I have some great memories with him back in the day. So I definitely wanted to do that. But Hoppip here is a Grass-type Pokemon, and it is one of the most useless Grass-type Pokemon. I don't think it learns even a Grass-type move until it gets to like level 30-something. So I'm going to really be restraining myself here with just a strict supporter. It's going to be pretty difficult raising a Hoppip in the beginning, but hopefully when he starts to learn moves like Poison Powder and Leech Seed and things like that, he can really start to help my team out. So now our first Pokemon ever captured in the game. Hoppip, it can be carried away on even the gentlest of breezes. It may even float all the way to the next town. The Cottonweed Pokemon. Give it a name? Yes. I am going to call him Mr. Poof. Because if you're new to Pokemon, which is perfectly possible, and you just stumbled upon this walkthrough, it's less likely, but possible, I will tell you that his final evolution, a Jumpluff, is just a big cotton fluff. So I'm going to be calling him Mr. Poof. Yeah. Okay, so Mr. Poof has joined the party. Dark Cave. If Pokemon could light it up, I'd be able to explore it. Oh, we can't explore it. Look at that. Without Flash, we can't even see our precious borders. No! We will never know what is in this cave. Damn it! Well, if you want to have some experience in there are Geodudes and there are Zubats. So if you have Chikorita and you get its Grass-type move, then you can go to that place instead of Route 46 to fight against Geodudes. I think they may be a bit stronger, not by much, but it's a good spot to train a Chikorita, or a Totodile for that matter too, because Geodude is also weak to Water-type Pokemon. I wouldn't really recommend using a Geodude. He's never been my favorite, and especially since the fact is you can't actually have his final evolution Golem until you trade with somebody else. And while in this generation that we're in now, the wireless generation with Diamond, Pearl, Heart Gold, Platinum, and soon to be Black and White, or if it's already out, Black and White, you know, it's pretty easy to get people to trade with you online. But back in the day, during the link cables, I wasn't able to find anybody to trade online, or not online with, excuse me, trade at all with. In school, nothing. I don't know, but when I got in school, or when I was into Pokemon, everybody else was not. So it was very, very weird and isolating experience because before, it was the biggest phenomenon. And just like a few years later, everybody was like falling off the bandwagon. But now I understand that that had to happen, and it's better, or it's best that way, because we don't want fake Pokemon fans. Come on. We want the true hardcore Pokefans to come out. And thanks to the internet, we can sort through them all and really connect. So, definitely love that. Just going to synthesis Mr. Poof here and get some health back. Just because at this base stage, obviously he doesn't have any attacking moves. He's got Splash and Synthesis. So he can't very well defend, or he can defend, but he can't attack and get experience for himself. So we're going to have to do the old switch out, switch back method. So sorry if this is going to be a little bit boring, but let me throw in a nice anecdote from my past that's quite humorous and about trading. When I was a Pokemon noob and I didn't know anything about how evolution happened, except that eventually when you get up to a certain level, they evolve. That's the only thing I really knew. I think I knew some Pokemon evolved by evolution stones, but I probably didn't know that much. I'm giving myself too much credit because I was a real Pokemon noob, like outrageous noob. But fun times. And so I thought that I could raise myself a Gengar just by walking around with it and leveling it up. And I also thought that for Machop. I thought, awesome, how cool would it be to have Machamp, the 4-arm Pokemon? That thing with Fists of Fury would totally rock my team. So I was traveling with a Machoke and a Haunter that were so high leveled by the Elite Four, it was ridiculous. And I still couldn't understand why they wouldn't evolve. And then I went to Pewter City, which eventually, much farther in this Let's Play, we'll get to. And in Pewter City, there is a Pokemon Center with a guy inside who will trade you a Xatu for a Haunter. So I was like, well, this Haunter must be broken or something, so I'm just going to trade it. And so I got the really high-leveled Xatu because, as we'll learn when you trade Pokemon, whatever your Pokemon's level is, that will be what the traded Pokemon's level will be. So it's an equal and fair trade. But after I talked to the guy, just to see, is that Haunter going to evolve? It evolved. And I was like, what the fuck? I was traveling all over the place with this thing, and automatically, when I trade this thing away, it evolves. I was so pissed off, and I felt very, very disowned by my own Pokemon. So that was very funny. Yep, Machoke was pretty good on my team, though. And it's funny because I think it was a female Machoke. And that was another thing I didn't really pay attention to was the genders. It didn't matter too much in this game except for the attract move, and damn it, Cyndaquil fainted, but it doesn't matter. We are moving on to Violet City. This is the home of the Sprout Tower and our first gym badge. And usually I will cut Pokemon Center visits out, like I said, unless they're important. But since we have some time, let's just mosey around Violet City and see what's going on. Pokemon are healed, and we hope to see you again. That always kind of worried me. The fact that she hoped to see us again. Like she was wishing harm on our Pokemon. Oh, I hope your Pokemon are close to death, so you have to come back and see me. Bye! Oh, geez, thanks, Nurse Joy. You dick. And this guy right here is the first in-game trade you can have. Which is good, because back in the day, I couldn't find anybody to trade with. I think it was until... when was I able to trade with myself? And I was so happy because finally I could get a Gengar. I believe it was the Fire Red and Leaf Green generation that happened because me and my brother both got the games. He got Fire Red, I got Leaf Green. And so we both had the wireless adapter things, and also we got the special edition Game Boy SPs, which maybe if you guys really want to see it, I could make videos of it. It's kind of funny though, because my Game Boy SP, I used it a lot more than my brother did. And so the Venusaur on the front that was kind of etched in totally wore away. But great times with it. So in the next episode, we'll take on the Sprout Tower.